59. Difficult words.
어쩌면, 아무래도, 가꾸다, 연세, 괴다, 차림, 즉 소스, howtostudykorean.com.
Below is a list of vocabularies to be used in this lesson. Introduction. In this lesson, you will learn some difficult words that don't fit into one particular lesson or another. There have been a few lessons like this up to this point, and the goal is to introduce you to difficult words that you wouldn't otherwise understand if you just saw them in a vocabulary list. Just like I do when I teach you grammatical principles, I will explain each word and how it can be used in everyday Korean conversation. Let's get started with the list of words. Vocabulary.
어쩌면,
Means maybe, perhaps.
아무래도,
Means probably.
가꾸다,
Means to grow, cultivate crops.
가꾸다,
Means to make oneself look nice.
연세,
Means age.
괴다,
Means to see, high respect.
차림,
Means what one is wearing.
옷차림,
Means outfit.
잠옷,
Means pajamas.
운동복,
Means exercise clothes.
즉,
Means i.e., in other words, perhaps.
어쩌면,
In earlier lessons, you have learned about some words that can be placed in sentences that don't have any real meaning. These types of words are often used in sentences for feeling and to help the listener expect what the speaker will say. Two specific examples that you have already learned are
만약,
and.
아무리,
In lesson 43, you learned about
만약,
and how it is often used in sentences when the result of a sentence can't be certain. For example,
만약 내가 공부했으면 시험을 합격했을 것이다.
if I studied, I would have passed the test.
만약 내가 밥을 먹었으면 배고프지 않았을 것이다.
If I ate, I wouldn't have been hungry. Furthermore, in lesson 48 you learned about the word
아무리,
and how it can be added to sentences that have
얻어,
in them. For example,
아무리 그 제품을 반값으로 줘도 저는 안 살 거예요.
regardless of if you give me that product at half price, I'm not going to buy it.
어쩌면,
Is another one of these words. If you look
어쩌면,
up in the dictionary, you will probably see a definition of maybe or perhaps, just like you would see the definition if you looked up the word.
만약,
However,
어쩌면,
can be taken out of sentences without any real change of meaning.
어쩌면,
Is often placed in sentences where the speaker is not sure about something, but is making a guess about a situation. Because of the nature of this usage,
어쩌면,
is often used in sentences that end in
을지도 모르다.
which you learned about in lesson 30. For example,
어쩌면 그녀가 올지도 몰라요.
she might come equals I don't know if she will come equals perhaps she will come.
어쩌면 그녀의 남자 친구가 그녀를 위해 선물을 살지 몰라요.
Her boyfriend might buy her a present equals I don't know if her boyfriend will buy her a present equals perhaps her boyfriend will buy her a present.
어쩌면 우리가 내일 갈 수 있을지도 몰라요.
We might be able to go or might not be able to go. Tomorrow equals I don't know if we will be able to go tomorrow equals perhaps we will be able to go tomorrow.
어쩌면,
Can also be used to stress one's amazement at some fact, almost as if the speaker is saying wow, look at that. In lesson 23, you learned how
이렇게, 그렇게,
and
저렇게,
are often used in sentences to stress why something occurs. For example,
왜 일찍 가요?
why are you going early?
왜 이렇게 일찍 가요?
Why are you going so early? Like this.
어쩌면,
Is often added to sentences to stress how something is possible, often in combination with
이렇게, 그렇게,
and.
저렇게.
For example,
어쩌면 이렇게 일찍 왔어요.
how is it possible that you came this early?
어쩌면 비가 저렇게 많이 왔어요.
How is it possible that it rained that much?
어쩌면 밥을 그렇게 많이 먹을 수 있어요.
How is it possible that you can eat that much?
어쩌면 시험을 그렇게 잘 봤어요.
How is it possible that you did that well on the exam? It is possible to use
어쩌면,
in these situations, but you'd be more likely to hear
어떻게,
placed in that situation to have the same meaning. For example,
어떻게 이렇게 일찍 왔어요.
How is it possible that you came this early?
어떻게 비가 저렇게 많이 왔어요?
How is it possible that it rained that much?
어떻게 밥을 그렇게 많이 먹을 수 있어요?
How is it possible that you can eat that much?
어떻게 시험을 그렇게 잘 봤어요?
How is it possible that you did that well on the exam? Let's move on to a similar word in.
아무래도, perhaps, 아무래도.
Is often used in sentences where the speaker thinks something will occur. Because of the nature of this usage.
아무래도,
Is often used in sentences that end in.
것 같다,
You learned all about.
것 같다.
In lesson 35, for example.
아무래도 그녀가 우리를 만나러 안 올 것 같아요.
She probably won't come to meet us.
아무래도 그가 벌써 떠났을 것 같아요.
He probably already left. There are technically two types of usages for.
아무래도,
One of them is an adverb, which is shown in the examples above. Another usage of
아무래도,
comes from bending the word.
아무러하다,
While we are on the subject of,
아무래도,
I would like to discuss the word
아무러하다,
with you, and how it can bend into.
아무래도.
The lengthy explanation that follows is fairly complex. In lesson 25, you learned about
아무,
and how it can be placed before nouns and followed by a negative ending. For example,
저는 아무것도 먹고 싶지 않아요.
I don't want to eat anything, I want to eat nothing.
아기는 아무 데도 가지 않았어.
The baby didn't go anywhere, the baby went nowhere.
저는 아무 말도 하지 않았어요.
I didn't say anything, I said nothing. The adjective
아무러하다,
acts similar to,
아무,
but more broadly indicates that no form of that particular noun occurs. For example,
우리가 일어났을 때 아무러한 소리도 안 냈어요.
when we woke up, we didn't make any form of sound.
일을 할 때 아무러한 문제가 안 생기게 조심하게 하세요.
When you work, be careful to make sure that no form of problem comes up.
남자가 자기 엄마가 죽은 것을 봤을 때 아무러한 느낌이 없었어요.
When the man saw his mother die, he didn't have any form of feeling.
아무러하다,
Is often contracted to
아무렇다,
and can replace
아무러하다.
in these types of sentences. In fact, some Korean people said that the above sentences looked unnatural because of the use of.
아무러하다,
They said that it would be more natural to use.
아무렇다,
Instead, take what you want from that, but officially.
아무러하다,
And
아무렇다,
have the same meaning as
아무렇다,
is just a contraction of.
아무러하다,
For example,
아무렇다,
follows the
히읗.
irregular from lesson 23.
우리가 일어났을 때 아무런 소리도 안 냈어요.
When we woke up, we didn't make any form of sound.
일을 할 때 아무런 문제가 안 생기게 조심하게 하세요.
When you work, be careful to make sure that no form of problem comes up.
남자가 자기 엄마가 죽은 것을 봤을 때 아무런 느낌이 없었어요.
When the man saw his mother die, he didn't have any form of feeling. Tilde.
아어도,
Lesson 48 can be added to
아무러하다,
the resulting construction.
아무러해도,
Is often added to sentences where the speaker indicates that regardless of what sort of thing happens, everything will be okay or there will no problem. For example,
늦게 해도 일이 아무러해도 문제가 없을 거예요.
it doesn't matter if you do it late, the work task won't have a problem. When
아어도,
is added to,
아무렇다,
it changes to
아무래도,
because of the
히읗.
irregular. Lesson 23. Therefore, in addition to being placed in sentences where the speaker thinks something will occur, as shown at the very beginning of this section using
것 같다,
it is also possible to use
아무래도,
in these types of sentences. For example,
늦게 해도 일이 아무래도 문제가 없을 것 같아요.
it doesn't matter if you do it late, the work task won't have a problem, comma, because
아무러하다,
and
아무렇다,
are adjectives.
객행,
Be attached to it to change it into an adverb, when
개,
is added to these words.
나,
Lesson 58. is often attached on top of.
게,
For example,
아무러하게나 아무렇게나.
it is difficult to come up with a translation for these constructions when used in a sentence. A speaker would put these constructions in a sentence to describe that an action is done hastily, without much thought. For example, if I said,
일을 아무렇게나 하지 마.
I would, in effect, be telling somebody to do something properly, and to not do it hastily without much thought. For example, 4.
시가지 다 하려고 학생이 숙제를 아무렇게나 하고 선생님께 드렸어요.
In order to do it all by 4 o'clock, the student did the homework hastily without much thought and gave it to the teacher. 4.
시가지 다 하려고 학생이 숙제를 아무러하게나 하고 선생님께 드렸어요.
In order to do it all by 4 o'clock, the student did the homework hastily without much thought and gave it to the teacher.
집에 들어가서 들고 있었던 물건을 바닥에 아무렇게나 놓았어요.
I went into the house, and hastily, without much thought, just threw the items I was carrying on the floor.
집에 들어가서 들고 있었던 물건을 바닥에 아무러하게나 놓았어요.
I went into the house, and hastily, without much thought, just threw the items I was carrying on the floor. To grow to make look pretty.
가꾸다 가꾸다.
Has a few different usages that are hard to connect to each other. Generally,
가꾸다.
can be used to indicate that one grows or cultivates some sort of crops one dresses up to make themselves look pretty. When used as the first usage above, it usually acts on the word
정원.
garden or some sort of fruit or vegetable. For example,
나이가 먹으면 정원을 가꾸는 것은 좋은 운동이에요.
when you get older, gardening is good exercise.
우리는 옛날에 우리 집에서 채소를 가꿨어요.
A long time ago we used to grow vegetables at our house. When used as the second usage above, it usually acts on the word
외모.
or some similar word meaning body or appearance. For example,
여자들이 파티에 가기 전에 예쁘게 가꿨어요.
before the girls went to the party, they dolled themselves up all pretty.
일주일 후에 데이트를 할 거라서 지금부터 외모를 가꿔야 돼요.
Because I have a date in a week, I have to make myself look nice. Full stop. Age
연세.
is the formal equivalent of the word.
나이.
When talking to older people, much older people, you should use the word
연세.
to refer to their age. Using this word is a delicate science, because if you use the word
나이.
on a very old person, she might be offended. However, if you use the word
연세.
on somebody who isn't very old, she might be offended as well. My wife says that up until about 65 years old, you would be safe to use the word
나이.
anything after that and you should be safe using the word
연세.
The difficulty here is also how old the person looks. If the person looks really old, like 80 or above, you should definitely use
연세.
instead. Haha, this is why Korean is crazy.
연세.
Is a noun, and is commonly placed with
많다.
or
들다.
the formal
드시다.
to describe that one is old. For example,
할아버지가 연세가 많아서 걷기가 힘들어요. 할아버지가 연세가 드셔서 걷기가 힘들어요.
Grandpa is old, so it is difficult for him to walk. When asking about someone's age using
연세.
it is common to use.
되다.
For example,
연세가 어떻게 되세요?
how old are you? Notice that
세요.
is being used to ask a question. To review the grammar within this, check lesson 40. To see
되다.
is the honorific equivalent of
보다.
to see.
되다.
Is used when the person being looked at deserves a high amount of respect. For example,
저는 어제 선생님의 할아버지를 뵈었어요.
I saw the teacher's grandpa yesterday. This sentence would be spoken to a teacher about seeing the teacher's grandfather. Remember, with these honorifics, the sentence can still be conjugated with low-form honorifics depending on who you are speaking to. For example,
나는 어제 너의 할아버지를 뵈었어.
I saw your grandpa yesterday. This sentence could be spoken to a friend about seeing the friend's grandfather. The conjugation of
되다.
is the same as
되다.
below are the official ways of conjugating.
되다.
addition conjugation,
게다 플러스 나어 게어 게다 플러스 나 어서 게어서 게다 플러스 을 게다 플러스는 게는 게다 플러스 는다 된다.
like,
되다.
when,
아어.
or a derivative of it like,
악업.
is added to.
게다.
The
아어.
can merge with the stem. The following conjugations are seen as acceptable.
addition conjugation,
게다 플러스 나어 게다 플러스 나 어서 게서 게다 플러스 을 게다 플러스는 게는 게다 플러스 는다 된다.
Korean people often make the following mistakes when conjugating.
게다.
They often write
게어.
or
게.
as.
게.
This is an incorrect conjugation. They often write
게었어.
or
겠어.
as.
겠어.
This is an incorrect conjugation. Another similar word is
겠다. 겠다.
and,
게다.
have the same meaning and function, but
겠다.
is slightly more formal, whatever that means,
겠다.
is a completely different word than,
게다.
and therefore does not follow any of the acceptable merging conjugations seen with.
게다.
In fact,
겠다.
can only be used when the conjugation or grammatical principle added to it begins in a consonant. Because of this,
geb어.
or
geb었어.
are incorrect, Korean people might also write
geb어.
or,
geb었어.
which are incorrect for two reasons. Again, only additions that begin with a consonant can be added to.
뵙다.
For example,
뵙겠다 뵙는 뵙고 뵙다.
is a common way to politely say see you sometime in the future, using.
겠다.
For example,
내일 뵙겠습니다.
see you tomorrow,
나중에 뵙겠습니다.
see you later, wearing.
차림으로 차림.
As a noun technically refers to one's clothes, it is often used as
옷차림.
to generally refer to one's outfit. For example,
그 여자의 옷차림이 아주 예뻐요.
that girl's clothes outfit is very pretty,
차림.
is often placed after an indication of a type or article of clothing. For example,
잠옷 차림 패저머스 교복 차림.
school uniform,
정장 차림.
a suit,
운동복 차림.
exercise clothes,
으로.
is often added to these constructions to indicate that one does an action while wearing the specified article of clothing. For example,
그는 잠옷 차림으로 밖에 나갔어요.
he went outside wearing his pajamas.
저는 매일 교복 차림으로 학교에 갔어요.
I went to school every day wearing my uniform.
면접을 보러 정장 차림으로 들어오는 사람이 많아요.
There are many people coming in wearing suits to do the interview.
운동복 차림으로 교회에 들어가서는 안 됩니다.
You shouldn't go into church wearing exercise clothes. In other words,
즉,
this one is a pretty easy word and concept, but one that most people wouldn't understand just by looking at it. Knowing this one is good to know, but it really isn't very common, especially in speaking. You may come across this time to time when reading books or newspapers, by placing the word
즉,
between two sentences, either separated by a comma or a period. You can create the meaning of in other words. The first sentence generally describes some situation, and the second sentence usually clarifies any ambiguity being presented. For example,
그녀는 자기 남자 친구에게 그녀의 집에서 나가라고 했어요. 즉 그들은 헤어졌어요.
she told her boyfriend to get out of her house. In other words, they broke up.
날씨가 매우 추웠을 때, 즉 지난 겨울에 나무가 다 죽어버렸어요.
When the weather was very cold, by that I mean last winter, all the trees died.
엄마가 전화를 갑자기 끊었어요. 즉 저랑 통화하기 싫어하는 것 같아요.
Mom suddenly hung up the phone. In other words, it seems that she doesn't want to talk with me on the phone. For more info, please visit howtostudykorean.com.